Fox River, mid-season 1. The tension inside the prison is palpable. Michael Scofield is inching closer to executing his escape plan, but he knows none of it is possible without Sara Tancredi. Her access to the infirmary is the final gate that in the original timeline, he builds a fragile yet honest bond with her. But in this alternate reality, everything changes the moment Sara finds out the truth, not after the escape, but just before. She overhears two guards talking about Michael's connections to Lincoln and the mysterious tunnel rumors. Her heart sinks. She confronts him. Michael, caught off guard, tries to explain. "I was going to tell you," he pleads, but Sara's look is cold. Empty. "You used me," she says. And this time, she walks away. She doesn't leave the door open for him. She doesn't come back the next day. And when the escape night comes, the door stays locked. Michael's face, waiting at the door, slowly turns from hope to realization. Tension erupts. The crew panics. There's no time. Plan B is chaos. Teabag tries to take over. Westmoreland steps in, and dies earlier than he should have. When they finally scale the wall, they're bruised, broken, and one man short. The escape makes headlines. Lincoln Burrows, falsely accused murderer, escapes from Fox River. The media frenzy ignites. But one name isn't mentioned positively. Dr. Sara Tancredi. Paparazzi camp outside her rehab facility. Her father, Governor Frank Tancredi, orders silence. He pressures her to deny any personal involvement. But Sara is broken in more ways than one. She did everything right. She followed the rules. She closed the door. And still, she's blamed. In her room, she watches Michael's face on the news. But she doesn't feel sorrow. She feels betrayed. By him. By the world. Meanwhile, Michael is different now. Haunted. He writes to Sara every day. No code. No manipulation. Just words that "I never meant to hurt you. Not like this." He sends her the ring he once planned to use to ask for her trust again. She sends it back. Enter Agent Alexander Mahone. In this reality, Mahone is brought in earlier. He is given everything: prison blueprints, surveillance footage, inmate profiles, and Sara. Mahone watches her interviews. He senses hesitation. Not guilt. Not loyalty. Just pain. And he uses that pain that he plays her tapes of Michael. Twists his words. Paints him as a sociopath. As someone who fakes emotion to serve a plan. Sara begins to question everything. Was anything he said ever true? Meanwhile, Michael's crew starts to fall apart. C-Note is arrested. Teabag vanishes. Sucre is wounded trying to cross the border. Michael is left with Lincoln and a shredded map of what once was a plan that he visits Sara's father secretly. Tries to convince him to let her go. The governor threatens him. "You destroyed my daughter." Michael doesn't respond. He just walks away, even more hollow than before. Sara is relocated by her father to another city. A new name. New life. But old pain follows. She gets a job at a local clinic under an alias. Simple cases. Clean routine. But every time she sees a man with a scar, a tattoo, a plan, Michael flashes back. One day, she finds an envelope in her locker. No return address. Inside, a photograph. Michael and Lincoln, helping a group of trafficked children across a border. No caption. Just evidence. He's still fighting for something. But she tears it apart. She doesn't want reminders. She doesn't want guilt. Forgiveness is a luxury she no longer affords. 2 years later, Michael is captured. Sara hears the news at a small-town diner. He's not going to Sona this time. He's going to disappear. The company is wiping him out. Sara makes a choice, not to save him, but to expose them. She breaks into a federal data vault with help from an old connection, Kellerman. Yes, even he has regrets. Together, they leak everything. But it's not enough. Until Sara testifies. Publicly. With her face, her voice, her pain, Michael survives. Not because of his genius. But because Sara chose to speak. They meet once. In a courtroom hallway. A long pause. No words. Just two people with a past they can't change. Michael rebuilds. Quietly. Helps victims. Testifies in corruption trials. Never returns to crime. Sara returns to medicine. Under her real name. Opens a trauma clinic for women. They never write. Never call. But once a year, on the same day, they both go to the same beach. Separately. Silently, because love didn't fix them. But it gave them the strength to keep going. Flashbacks reveal what we never saw. Sara, crying in the hospital bathroom after sending the ring back. Michael, alone under a street lamp, rereading her silence. Teabag watches news coverage of Sara's testimony. Scoffs. And they called me the monster. Mahone visits Michael after the trial. You know, he says, I used to think people like you were the problem. Now I think, maybe you were just the consequence. Lincoln finally leaves the life behind. Opens a mechanic shop in Arizona. Sends Michael one message a year, still proud. Mary Cruz finds Sucre. They name their son Fernando Jr. C-note lectures at criminal justice forums. The world moves forward. But Michael and Sara? They orbit each other like twin moons, close, distant, forever tied by gravity. Neither can explain. One final scene. Sara walks the beach. Wind in her hair. A journal tucked under her arm. She sits, opens it. Inside, a letter. Unopened. Unmarked. She doesn't read it. Just holds it, and somewhere, miles away, Michael does the same. A quiet what if. A shared silence. And the kind of love that never needs to be spoken again.